And those people kind of struggle with who they are because they don't know anybody who might be lesbian, gay, bisexual, or trans. They don't know people that they can go and talk to and get a relationship with on a friendship basis. And the issue is that, you know, the gay community can often be hugely sexualized, which has its place and is awesome. But also, we need to think about the next generation. So in 20 years' time, we're going to see the impact that marriage equality has. Because the more we see different families, the more same-sex couples who have children and are in society will have an influence. But I go into schools all the time and I speak to young people, and gay is still a massive insult that is used on a daily basis. Do you know who's gay? Apparently, Justin Bieber. Now, if there's a young girl in school who loves Justin Bieber, all the boys go, "Ugh, he's gay," or One Direction. And why do they say that? Because they think that word is the worst possible thing that you could say about somebody. So we need to change that. We need to change the perception of the word gay as a negative term. I mean, I remember under the age of 10, I knew I was different from the other boys at school, but I didn't know why. I just thought it was I was going to grow up and be some kind of superhero, but I wasn't. And it wasn't until I reached my teens that I saw the other boys at school fancying girls and liking girls, and I couldn't understand that. I couldn't relate to that. And I was at school when Section 28 was happening. So I got bullied at school. I remember the age of 11, Matthew Brady called me. I'm not used to talking to LGBT people. This is quite unusual. I'm usually working with non-LGBT people who are trying to understand what it means to be LGBT. So what I'm saying is, we might have marriage equality, but there are still our oppressors out there. There are still people who are telling us that our rights for marriage are not the same as theirs. And marriage is only a thing between a man and woman. And we can call it marriage if we want, but it's not going to be marriage, and that's the end of it. So there's still our oppressors out there. So we all have to play a part in changing that. I'm not saying, thanks man, I'm not saying that everyone here is having a terrible time. Everyone's having a great time. And you might be confident about who you are and your sexuality, and that's really, really important. But you've got to play a part in being real life role models for the next generation so that they know they can grow up in an environment where they feel valued and recognised. When the same-sex marriage debates were happening, we had people in the Houses of Parliament standing up saying why they felt gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married, publicly stating their very aggressive and sometimes homophobic views about why they think gay people shouldn't get married. So if you're a young gay person and you debate on apps and things like that, we've got to show who we are, we've got to build our community, we've got to be proud of who we are. So thank you so much for inviting me along today. I hope I've fired up some inspiration in you. You can find out more about me on my website, danbubko.com, and